It's the big show back at Coronation Street today, and we're joined by a superstar, a megastar, a sex symbol. Jennie McAlpine, how are you?
Was that an introduction for me?
Of course it was for you, because you're the big star of Coronation Street now. Everybody loves you, don't they?
Oh, I don't know about that. You clearly do, Alex.
I think so.
That's enough.
I've got a thing for you, and I'll tell you what it is. You're always around, and you have peculiar bags, and even if I don't want to look at you, you've normally got something on that's worth watching.
That is a good analysis. I've never even thought of it like that. Yeah. So if that's probably why I do put all these ridiculous clothes on, so that if they don't want to look at me or listen to me, they can just admire something decorative about me.
Is it fun being you? Because you've had some great storylines, especially in the last year, and then you get to hang out with the girls in the factory, and then you get your own bits. You've kind of got everything. Yeah,
well, I do. I love it. And the first reason that I love it is I am genuinely a massive Corrie fan. I really am. I mean, I'm a massive soap fan. I always have been, but especially Corrie. So to have got a part in it feels like yesterday, but sort of almost 8 years ago now, was just like a dream come true. So I love it. And like you say, I've just been so privileged that Fizz has had such great storylines, and that's it. And being part of the factory crew, you've always got that chorus of girls gossiping about stuff, so always lots of fun to be had.
What was that feeling like then when the phone rang and you'd got it? You were on the programme. We didn't know how long for or how big your part was going to be, but you were actually going to be on Coronation Street.
I remember where I was when I got the phone call. Stood outside Pizza on Deansgate. I only just remembered that, actually. I think I remember, then I forgot. Yeah, so what was it? Yeah, just amazing. And I was only supposed to come into Corrie for 4 episodes to play Roy and Hayley's foster child, which I did and caused a bit of trouble, and then came back about 3 months later. So I didn't expect for 1 minute to have been in it long. It was just great. It was great to be in it for even a minute, let alone 4 episodes, and now, like I say, all these years later. So just amazing, amazingly chuffed.
And this is a show that thrives on personalities and characters, and you tick both of those boxes, don't you, really?
Oh, that's very kind. I'm going to have an interview with you again, Alex. Well, I think that what Corrie also has is great writers, and they are brilliant at picking the parts of you that work the best, and they know the bits that I can bring best to Fizz, so they really work on that, and that's why. And so there's always a great. The writers know the characters so well, so and you can just tell they just write. You know, you're just like, oh yeah, that's classic Norris, that's classic Roy. You know, you can always. So that's, I think, the strength of Corrie, the how well the writers know all the characters.
And then you go from being no one to being a megastar within an instant, because this show is the #1 show. How does that feel, walking around Manchester and everybody knows you?
Well, I think that question's asked a lot, and to be honest, it's lovely. And because, as I say, I am a fan of Corrie, I realise that other people are, because I am that person. So it's lovely, and I do get quite irritated when there are people who say that they don't like it and they don't like this sort of fame business. And obviously, I mean, there's some things that happen with famous people that are inappropriate, where press, you know, hound them in horrible ways. But when you're just talking about a fan stopping you on Deansgate and asking for your autograph, the amount of people who complain about that is I'm not talking about our show, I'm just talking about famous people in general. The amount of people who complain about that is huge, and I think that's ridiculous, because these are the people that watch our show, and that if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here nearly 50 years later.
And does it ever become normal walking in the cabin and seeing Rita and Norris there, or going into the Rover's Return?
No, it is never ever normal. And I think that's the thing about Corrie as well. I think probably because it's been around so long, and the geography of it is so recognisable, the cobbles and where everything is. So walking onto the set, seriously, is sometimes, I mean, because I do it every day, it's sometimes, you know, probably take it for granted, but occasionally, well, it's not that occasionally, like probably once a day, stood on the cobbles and looking at the cabin thinking, oh my goodness, this is Coronation Street, which, you know, I used to come to Granada Studios tours when I was little and look around here, and now I'm working here. It's, yeah, it never becomes anything but amazing.
The one thing I'm learning from this show, there's no time to mess about. There's no time to rehearse live or anything like that. You make it look so natural and you seem so at home. Did that come to you very quickly? Because there aren't second chances with Coro, are there really?
No, there aren't. I think you get better at sort of the line learning and the discipline of it as you go on naturally. I think I'm probably naturally better at doing work in this kind of way, actually. I like improvising. Not that I'm saying Corrie's improvised, but I like doing stuff only once and not very often. I don't think I'd be great doing a tour of a play for like 18, 24 months. I think I would be bored. So that's what's great. Corrie, we do only do it twice, 3 times maximum, then we're on the next scene. So I think I like that way of working.